So today we'll be starting with module number 6 here, which is about system hacking. Okay. Now in system hacking, basically, we need to understand first of all what exactly is a system, right? Now, whenever I use the term system, what comes in our mind, something related to we speak regarding uh, politics, if you can say, like the system is corrupt, system is not able to handle this. Basically, in terms of IT, information technology, the system is something which is consist of some kind of uh, information which can be managed. Okay, it's not about a computer or laptop or mobile phone. A system is a whole category of the you can say kind of information system. Okay, information data. Now, hacking a system means like hacking a whole category where the information is stored. It may be a laptop computer, maybe a network, maybe a server, maybe a whole group of computer systems, mobile phone, anything, a router. Okay. So in system hacking, what we'll do today is we'll understand about the theoretical part of system hacking. And after that, in the next session, we'll have a practical on system hacking. Theory is a little big, practical is small. Okay. So first of all, in order to understand system hacking, you need to make sure that you have completed the above these 5 modules, because the first phase is completed up to vulnerability analysis. First phase, which is information gathering, footprinting, and reconnaissance, it's completed. Now we are proceeding to the second phase, which is gaining access. Okay. In the gaining access, we try to gain access on the computer system, network, or any kind of thing. Okay. So first, we'll understand about the CEH hacking methodology, where we'll understand about all the previous topics which we have discussed about. Then we'll understand about what kind of techniques we can use to gain access to the system. Then we need to understand, once we gain access, how can you escalate your privileges? Now, what is this basically? If you hack into a system, it doesn't mean that you are the admin. You need to have certain permissions or privileges using which you can perform actions. If I hack into your computer, it doesn't mean I can do everything. Okay. So if I hack into your computer, it doesn't mean I can do everything. I need to have certain access or a permission. Okay. So that means we need to also understand how to escalate the privileges also. Okay. After that, we'll be understanding how can we create and maintain a remote access to the system, which means if you want to hack a system, computer system, laptop, mobile, network, anything, you can also do it remotely. Like we use TeamViewer, we use AnyDesk, we use multiple applications to do a control a system remotely, but that's with the help of authentication, a username and the password, a key, a ID. Here we are talking about hacking it in a way that we can create and maintain a remote access to the system, virtual network connections. Then we learn about rootkits. Like after hacking a system, if you did something in a system, like installing some script, some virus, some malwares, you need to make sure that is not visible to the victim also. Like suppose if I installed something in your computer, you must not find out that. To hide that, we need to use a rootkit. Okay. Then we use steganography, steganalysis, which means if you want to hide some piece of information inside a file, you can use steganography and steganalysis. Suppose if I want to send you some encrypted message, which contains some kind of very, very important message, which I don't want to share with anyone else, but I know it may be compromised, hacking is possible. So what can I do? I can do steganography. I can merge my message with some file, which if anyone else will open, if someone else will open, it will be a kind of common file, a normal file having some kind of image or whatever file I select. But once it reaches you, you can decrypt it and you can get your actual private message. That's steganography, steganalysis we can use. Then techniques to hide the evidence of compromise, this we will be understanding. So let's start from the CEH methodology, system hacking concept. So as I told you, like we need to first of all finish out these modules. Footprinting needs to be finished, scanning needs to be finished, enumeration needs to be finished, and vulnerability analysis needs to be finished. So up to here, we have finished every topic. That is the first phase of hacking. So without these, we will not be able to proceed in the system hacking. And this whole graph you can see here, first phase, footprinting, scanning, enumeration, vulnerability analysis, this is known as the CEH hacking methodology, CHM, the methods to do hack. First this, then this. In system hacking, it includes gaining access, maintaining access, and clearing the logs. So all the four phases comes into this image. First phase, second phase, third phase, fourth phase. First phase we already discussed about. Second phase, we need to gain access, which means we need to hack something. We need to hack the password. Okay, we need to hack the system. We need to exploit it. We need to escalate the privileges. We need to escalate the privileges. Escalating privileges means, suppose if I hack into a computer, it doesn't mean that I will be having the system privileges, which means even if I hack into your computer, I need to make sure that I am the administrator here, or else I cannot execute any files or folders. Okay, even if I hack into your system, for that we need to escalate the privileges here. Okay, after that, maintaining access. Once we gained access into a system, we need to maintain it also. And for maintaining the access, what we do, we need to control the whole system. Okay, whenever a hacker hacks into a computer, the hacker makes sure that they continue they have continuous access in the system. Okay, having continuous access means you can say the hacker no need to start the hacking from from the beginning itself. Okay, once a hacking is done, even after 6 months, the hacker can access the system whenever they want to. That means creating a kind of backdoor or executing some kind of applications to maintain a backdoor access and hiding the whole files. Okay, then the last one is clearing the logs. Now, what is the clearing log basically? Now, whenever a hacker hacks into a computer, doing gaining access, maintaining access, and all, logs are created, events are created, and if someone complains about any kind of hacking, then the hacker may get tracked. Okay, get caught also. And to prevent from these things, what hackers do? They simply cover their tracks, which means deleting the event files. That we'll see in the practical how we can delete a whole event from the file. So this is the CEH hacking methodology. Okay, a methodology which is used for doing hacking and system hacking. Methods included in this one. Okay,